I'm saying? Welcome to another episode of Damn Internet You Scary. As always, I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
We got a very special guest in the house, ladies and gentlemen. He was just here a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? But we was like, yo, we got to get you back on the solo tip, and we got to get John A back on the solo tip. But right now, we got him. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, fantastic comedian, writer, actor from St. Louis, my big brother. One of my inspirations was doing comedy. Mr. Arvin Mitchell's back in the house.
Thank you for having me again.
No stolen cars were harmed during the filming of this episode either.
No stolen cars?
I can't get away from that story with this dude, man.
Did we do that on this?
Yeah. Remember he stole the car and kept it and took it to the car wash?
And then
took him on the chase because he didn't feel like going to jail that night?
That's not all of who I am, people.
Is that a big thing in St. Louis? Like
No.
Cars?
I was just an idiot. I think cars are a big thing everywhere, you know? And it's old. It's over. Mm-hmm. Thanks for bringing it up at the top of the show.
You welcome.
He just edified me, made me feel all good, and like, remember your past.
Mm-hmm.
True crime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's me.
Unsolved cases, Arvin.
That's the old me. I'm a changed man.
That's what they all say.
Do you still live in St. Louis?
No, I live in Utah.
Really?
It's hard to say.
Where in Utah?
I'm like 40 minutes from Salt Lake. It's a really beautiful place. I just miss culture, and there's a huge lack of it.
Yeah.
What is that like? What is that like?
1% black. It's hard. It is. I mean, I've performed all over the world by God's grace. Mm-hmm. I mean, for the troops, Cuba, Africa, Italy, Spain, various all countries and stuff. But to be in a city where it's 99% white, and some people act like they've never seen a black person in person before.
Some probably haven't.
What is that like? Like, what is that like? Like, what effect does that have on? Just like you said, there's no culture. Like, what is that like? Like, what is the nightlife like? What is the food like? Like, I've never been to anywhere that was 1% black.
I'm gonna tell you what. Before we get into the intro, because we need to do that too before we get too late. When we went there, we actually had a cool time. We found a soul food place there.
In Utah?
Yeah. Surprisingly, we found a good barbecue place. It's on the episode of What's Good on the Kevin on Stage Studio streaming app. All you have to do is download that. It's $5.99 a month, or you can pay for the whole year and save you money. It's $50 a year. But it was. We actually had a nice time. I will say, you do see a lot of the stairs like they do exist.
It's strange, man. It's strange. I was made to feel like a Martian at times, but they do have some good food at a lot of places. There are some black businesses there. There are some really nice people, you know, but like to your point earlier when you said they probably haven't, it's just weird to me to know that somebody hasn't seen somebody that look like me. Mm-hmm. Like, we're 1% there, but so when I see other black people, it's like a Bigfoot sighting. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm running up to them and stuff. I mean, it's strange. But I've always wanted an RV, so I bought an RV when I got there. That's why I got on this hat, RV Arv, because I'm working on some stuff with my RV. It's my brand. And
RV Arv.
I love hiking. I love mountain climbing, camping.
Mountain climbing?
Dude, it's beautiful.
You mean like
climbing a mountain? Not like scaling it with a rope.
Okay.
Just let me stick to hiking. I call it hiking.
Okay.
I'm walking.
So you're walking the whole time up these
I'm walking the
mountains.
whole time. I'm not strapped on. Okay. Man, these fools, like, I met this guy. He cool. His name's Sean. I met him going to this writer's retreat. They practice, you know how you can climb a mountain indoors? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They're practicing to climb outdoors. I didn't know that. I thought it was just like, let me climb this wall by 11 feet high.
Sometimes it's physical, like just strength.
They practice falling.
Off a mountain?
Like, you gotta fall. Yeah. Like, it's going...
And then catch the harness or just fall onto the
floor?
Both. Onto the floor?
Oh, I almost hit the ground. And then just hit the ground, too. They hit the ground, bro. This dude told me, one of the other guys, I think his
How
name...
you break your legs in training?
Well, it's an instinct thing. It's to train your instincts so that when those moments happen, your body knows how to react to it so you don't break your leg on an actual instance.
It's the same thing when people train to fall off a skateboard. Like, you know,
No, it's not.
But falling off a mountain, that's high.
I mean, but if they got the ropes on it, more than likely it's going to take up some of the slack. You're not going to fall like with gravity's full force pulling you down. If you have the rope and it's done right, it's going to slow you down.
Right, but I feel like falling off a mountain is everything went wrong. So why not just save that for when it happens? Why practice? Like I don't get
Because that
why you
practice
would
to save your life when everything does go wrong.
But then what? I'm saying, if you fall off a mountain, what could you do even if you practiced?
What tools
Well,
you got?
Pat-
You got that pick,
Yeah.
real quick.
And the
Like that
instances
stuff?
you're not necessarily jumping off of like a cliff where there's nothing. It's typically you're slipping and sliding down, like he was saying. They'll practice with the rope so that when that does happen, your body can react instantly without having you to think about it.
So how did
catch yourself.
how do they do it without the rope? How do they practice falling without rope?
You don't.
You shouldn't.
You just fall. There are free
said they
free
didn't use the
climbers
rope.
that do
The
that.
thing I love about you, Patrick, is you're so practical. I'm where you are. I can't make logic out of falling off nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Seriously, like, so I'm gonna stick to these hiking boots and work on the incline. If it get a little too high, air change a little too much, see a wolf. They got bears and stuff
If
out
you
there.
have to do if you have to use your hands, you're doing too much. I think. You know,
There you go.
it's
So
all about lower body.
that's why I have an RV. So if a bear come a sniffing, he gonna have to get inside that camper. I'm not. I think you crazy if you just go camping out in the wilderness in a tent. You're like a burrito for a bear. You know what I'm saying? Like you set yourself up to just lay there,
You're
right?
a bear burrito,
A bear burrito?
but it hasn't
as
been
a-
wrapped yet. You
Right,
know, just
right.
like laid out like Chipotle.
A self-wrapped black bean burrito because you black. That's funny.
We're black bean.
I'm black
That's
bean
hilarious.
burrito.
I have absolutely gone camping in a tent, and it's like, it's pretty funny because you pay for the campground. You don't know that until you grow up and go camping. You actually pay to just be outside, and then you have to like find a land, and you're like, oh, this spot looks soft, and you put like
Looks soft.
you put like a tent there, and then you lay down, and you realize there's a full rock. It's like somewhere there.
Yeah.
But
Listen.
that's it. You gotta go unpitch the tent.
I
It's
wonder if
rough.
tents are like Happy Meals for bears. Like they see it, they be like,
Oh, probably.
I wonder what the fuck.
There's
is
probably
that?
a couple people and some snacks
there.
and a
Some-
toy.
Some human tenders and some human nuggets.
When you
and a
said
Those are
toy.
the kids, the human nuggets.
When you said it, the image popped up because the way Happy Meal is
Yes,
shaped,
right.
it could
That's
be a little
exactly what-
tent.
yes.
That's funny. And we the toys
Ba, ba,
inside.
ba,
Yeah,
ba,
no,
bam.
no,
Look at the little shovel.
we the human nuggets.
Yeah,
we the human nuggets. But our toys might be whatever we got in that little Bluetooth speaker.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
That's
Ball,
true, though.
okay, yeah.
Oh, that's
Bears do
funny.
be pulling up on campsites because there's all types of snacks.
Bears
They
be
just leave
pulling
it
up
out.
on the hind legs. It's like, what we got here? They rip it open.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
the bottom of the mountain is like a drive-through for a bear. He like, yo, you want that
Right?
Big Mac?
They came here.
Man.
They came
Food
to us.
came here.
This is priceless.
I do like camping. I do like camping.
Dude, camping is the smell of the air, the water running next to the tent or the RV. Man, it's dope. But like you said, they sprung those prices on me. I was like, this God's land. We outside. What
Oh,
you
yeah, to
mean?
park the RV,
It's
that's
$20.
ridiculous, yeah.
I mean, it could be worse, but the beauty in like where we live is like it's less than 20 minutes from the mountains. And once you drive up to there from where the house is, it seems like you far away.
Oh, damn.
Like we see mountains
It's like
out of our
countryside?
bedroom window. It's beautiful, man. So
Utah.
that's what I love about it. And the comedy scene there. You come to the comedy clubs, the people come and support comedy. And Wise Guys out there Tahir came and did it. Mm-hmm. He killed as usual. But man, to me, it's just nothing like performing in a comedy club. You know, we do hole in the walls and stuff every now and again,
Right.
but to be inside of a comedy club with icons on the wall, the sound system set up, people know what they came for. It's totally different than going to a comedy night where somebody throwing darts and at your punchline.
Right.
"Doodle-doop-doop."
Right.
You know what? I needed that laugh right there to keep going.
Right,
but
right.
That just it's like, oh man, I heard that like 1,000 times one night. I was like, I'll never come back to this club again.
Damn.
Yeah. So
That's annoying.
it is.
Man, listen, traveling, getting off the grid, all of that, man. Even when you're doing all of that, you still kind of want some entertainment. And sometimes you're using that entertainment or you're trying to watch something, you might have to hop on somebody else's Wi-Fi or free Wi-Fi, and you're on an unsecured line. Okay,
What's Wi-Fi?
What Wi-Fi is, what allows us to get on the internet.
No, you said Wi-Fi.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No,
I
didn't
mean,
say that at all.
Wi-Fi.
Nah, Wi-Fi your
Wi-Fi
mind over something
when
you
you
can't
can
control. When you can get NordVPN, okay? With NordVPN, I can access over 59 different countries by changing my virtual location with one click, okay? Yeah, I live in the U.S., but with NordVPN, I can be anywhere in the world and access content from all of those regions. This means that I can watch Peaky Blinders early on the UK streaming services. Also, if I'm outside of the US, I still have access to all my US streaming services. I will never miss any of my favorite shows ever again. Geo restrictions are now no longer an issue because you can change your remote location on one click. Now, I don't know if you've ever like used a VPN, but you should check out NordVPN because what you do essentially is just click it on. Right now it's on, and now you can put your location as like the UK. Or Netherlands, anything like that. Now you get to see brand new episodes of shows and movies that you never even knew existed just because your location is different. You got streaming sites like Netflix and other things. They don't have the license to show all the shows and all the movies in all the countries at the same time. So this allows you to watch. I mean, not just movies and shows and stuff like that. You also get podcasts that are unlocked to you. You have so many different things, and it's the most secure way to surf the web. So if you guys want to check that out, I encourage you to do it right now.
Encouraged.
Go to first of all, you can get a money back guarantee. All right, NordVPN. If it's not for you, there's no risk. It is just the easiest way to get it. They got a 30-day money-back guarantee right now, and it doesn't get any easier or any better than that right now. All you have to do is go to NordVPN.com/DIYS or use the code DIYS to get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus one additional month for free, and you get a bonus gift. And it's completely free. Like I said, with Nord, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You don't have to worry about anything like that. It's the equivalent to buying a cup of coffee every month at a small price, and you pay cheaper. And you get that premium cybersecurity and access to vast amounts of entertainment content. And again, 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Trust me, I am not out here on the web surfing the net, watching my content, putting in my credit card number on an unsecured line. I definitely am using NordVPN because it offers the best protection for my online surfing and the most option when I want to watch or stream something. So check them out today. Go to NordVPN.com/DIYS or use the code DIYS to get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus an additional month for free and a free bonus gift. Holla at your baby.
Upgrade your Wi-Fi today.
All right, well, what you did was unnecessary.
Put some ketchup on.
Pat, what you tell them about the bodysuits that you got coming out?
Hey, speaking of McDonald's, speaking of Happy Meals,
Patrick. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Patrick?
it's not gonna. I refuse to let that be a thing. DC woman found a McDonald's cheeseburger that she bought in 2017, and she said it looks the exact same after 5 years. Hasn't shrunk in size, no mold, hasn't evaporated, it has no smell. She just did an experiment, left it somewhere, and years later.
Before you said she did an experiment, I was like, I've heard this narrative way too many times. This dude left a cheeseburger in his pocket 5 years ago. Who's putting burgers in their pocket?
She said,
Go
for real.
ahead.
She said there was a deal for like 2 cheeseburgers, and she didn't eat the second one. So she put it in the back of her wardrobe to see, because she was inspired to carry out the experiment after seeing an old burger being showcased in her doctor's office. So she just threw it somewhere, and then she was, I guess, sorting out Christmas decorations, and she found it. And it was the same. It was hard, I guess, like the bread hardened, but it's pretty alarming, right?
Well,
you guys
I will
still eat
say
fast
this.
food?
Every once in a while, yeah. I will say she needs NordVPN. She needs something to do. She needs to.
That was the inception. If this was all still the ad, just kidding. This isn't the ad anymore.
No, but like,
here's the promo code.
The promo code is DIYS. That is the code. I was taking notes, but like seriously, like I'm not wasting my money to save a burger I clearly wanted to eat. I'm not about to shame anybody eating fast foods. I had Chick-fil-A last week. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. I don't know if y'all got to edit that because they not sponsoring.
No, we talked about it. We like Chick-fil-A.
Well, I get grilled on dropping stuff. But anyway, I eat stuff, and it makes me happy.
Damn.
It's equivalent to seeing a therapist for me. I'm going to find something when I leave here.
That's
I was just
hilarious.
telling I was telling my therapist this today. Actually, I was like, "Yo, like the food is about the only thing that I can really go OD with. Like, 'cause you can't go OD with drugs. You're in the public eye. You don't want to go OD with liquor and alcohol and all that type of stuff.
In the public eye, I caught that call. Go ahead.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like you can't be like a lush and so many different things because then you're not attracted to brands. And I mean, drugs. I mean, obviously, you know the risks associated with drugs, and you spend too much money, then you're broke and all that type of stuff. So food is really the only thing that I can really go OD with, but I can't do that because I want to take my damn shirt off eventually in the movie.
Let me tell you something,
like,
man. You've been working out for a long time.
Don't do this.
No. Hear me out. I'm not about to shame you or insult you or nothing. I know better.
I feel like this
I'm
is
staying
going-
at your house right now, brother. Chill, okay?
Just felt like it was going a different way.
Anybody can take their shirt off. I know how you want to feel when you take your shirt off. Go for it. I have given up. I'm only working out for my mental health because it does something for my mind, endorphins and stuff. If I get cast in a movie or when I get cast in a movie and they want my shirt off, they better bring in a body double because they got the money.
It flips as soon as you go like this. It goes to somebody else.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What's your name again? I'm sorry.
Cameron.
They can bring in Cameron's body for me. And
They don't even have to be black.
Right.
Okay.
Just Cameron look like he has abs.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm going. Man, there's so much good food out here right now. It's so comforting to be in a pandemic and still be able to eat. And I don't care if my weight goes up or down, as long as my palates are applauding.
Oh my God, yes.
Once they pass these big juicy lips, my
Talk
palate's
about it.
going crazy. It's like an audience when the Super Bowl touchdown is made and man, look,
That's
eat
funny.
food.
A
You
good
owe it
meal
to
is like a
yourself.
hug. You're right.
It's
It's like
like-
a quick therapy session. You just like, man, today sucked. Ravioli.
Yes, thank you. And that's a beautiful word,
Pasta.
ravioli.
Pasta.
It's an
Ravioli is so
aphrodisiac.
good.
It
Ravioli
is.
is a great.
In
oh
St.
my
Louis,
God.
we got this place called Emo's, and they do fried ravioli.
I never knew that.
You know
Emo?
they have the fried
Never
ravioli?
knew that.
Bro, the
I know
fried
Emo's.
ravioli. Yeah, the fried ravioli is
Check this
so fire.
I'm going home for Mother's Day anyway.
Yeah, you got to try
I'm
it.
getting it.
There's
You
some
gotta
good
try-
shrimp and lobster ravioli out here. That is
here?
just
That sounds good too.
yeah. And there's a steak on the side. It's very
Maybe we should share it so we can both lose our stomachs.
You don't care about it. You already said it.
Well,
Wait,
I do
why
care
is
about
what
having
is
a
sharing
heart attack. I mean, I'm not trying to kill myself.
Right.
You know, I will eat some stuff.
I would love to eat, man.
Yeah, but that lady, if you listen to this podcast, lady, you do need to tell her the name of the promo and everything. Find you something to do instead of wasting money putting burgers away.
Well, she didn't do anything. She just put it somewhere and
She
found it.
wasted $2.
Yeah, but I mean, but she could have saved.
Cry about $2. I know you gonna.
I'm not crying about it. All I'm saying is if you're gonna not eat a burger you bought, give it to a person who's not doing well on the street.
It was an experiment. You have to do it.
And
sometimes.
now
You do
we
this
know
thing.
as a populist that McDonald's isn't that good for you.
I mean, we've been through that.
That's
now.
somebody else's
I'm
opinion.
glad
Now
we
we know.
confirmed.
Yeah,
Now we know.
I've been through that, but that ain't gonna stop me from that triple cheeseburger.
Right. McDonald's
not
make
gonna
me
stop me.
make happy. So
even if that triple cheeseburger could survive
I
5 years,
don't
Can-
care.
not even in a fridge.
Patrick, I ate a napkin.
I mean, it was a new napkin though. That was a new napkin. That wasn't a 5-year-old
It
napkin.
was an old tree.
I mean, you're not eating it after 5 years. You're eating it instantly.
wait.
I ate a napkin.
On purpose?
Yeah, on
with
purpose,
ranch
on
sauce. She
camera.
dipped it.
To show how good Jack in the Box ranch is.
Oh, you a fool,
I dipped it
man.
in the ranch. I dipped a piece of the bag in the ranch. There's some good ranch.
Crazy.
There's just a video going around right now of a girl in the
Patrick,
Jack in
I
the
ate a
Box.
napkin.
She ain't got no shoes on. She going there. Where's my ranch?
Man.
She climbed through the window. She climbed through the drive-through. I'm gonna break the video down on my Patreon.
She wasn't in St. Louis.
Bro, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. She would have got whopped trying to climb
Yeah.
through windows.
She would've got a
Bop, bop. She
whopper.
would've-
Oh my
What?
God.
Listen, she climbed through the window to get inside the Jack in the Box. No shoes on, mind you.
That's
Ew.
gross.
Walking all over the floor. Where my ranch at? Right? Like,
She must
I'm
have had a rough day.
wilding out.
Well,
Wilding.
she
And
had to
then-
be on some
Bro,
kind
no,
of...
I don't think so. Then she got the ranch and she went back over the window, got ready to climb through the window, twerked a little bit for the camera,
No
and
way.
then got in the car.
You got to show me this.
Swear. Oh,
Honestly,
oh.
I wish they
didn't-
would
I
have
didn't
caught
make it
her
through
and
the
drowned
first-
her
I
in the
didn't
ranch.
watch all
I didn't watch the whole. After the first few, I was like, I can't. I don't
Listen,
like
and that's how I
watching.
was too. So I was like, I gotta watch it all the way through. I watched it all the way through. I was like, why the twerk though?
Please tell me she wasn't...
She was.
Come on, you know it. Once I said twerk, you should have known what it
No,
was.
not necessarily.
Nah, man. I said
Man.
if I said did she twerk? If I had said did she try to twerk?
You right.
Come on, man. It's all in the wording, bro. You're a comedian. You know how it goes.
That's funny. She
I gotta use my
tried to twerk for a
context
second.
clues.
Come on, man. You would have known what it was, my boy.
Oh, that's crazy and ignorant.
I was just
It's the most ignorant
I was-
shit I've ever seen. Hold on, wait. Okay, so this is her walking away.
Oh, wow.
It was a pretty good twerk.
She shaped me. Hey, you know what? If I was working there, I'd have threw out another ranch or two.
You didn't
You would've
expect
put it on
it.
the fishing line, like,
Yeah, she was, wait a minute, hold on. What else you forget? She wasn't a
Definitely
bad
didn't.
shaped woman. I ain't see her face, but still, you know.
Oh,
I'm gonna get my peak on.
I don't get what's like. I was just talking about how it seems like the two most dangerous jobs in the whole industry is rappers and fast food workers.
Yeah.
Like it seems like all of them. I don't know why all these angry murderers are getting angry and then just going to fast food.
murder burns up a lot of calories, though.
Murder?
Murder and talking a lot of ish online.
Well, I think it's the drive-through
Murdering
element.
burns
It's
calories.
Yeah,
I've had
murder,
some,
but a
I've
lot
had some
of-
angry people in drive-through.
Yeah, man, you got.
That's what I'm saying. You don't even gotta get out your car.
Your victim down. You got to chase them down, and then driving aggressively to get to the house. Murder is it's exhausting.
This
Ain't no
is
murder
crazy.
in like sit-down restaurants.
Yeah.
So I was just,
Well, they,
'Cause you
they,
got-
they
you
too
don't-
classy to murder.
that's what
They
I'm saying.
fool. They're like, you know what? I would kill you. You remember even the most murderous scene in movie history. A murder still didn't happen. The most murderous murderer, one of them,
What?
Scarface. He's sitting in the restaurant. People like you, and people like me. To point the finger at. No murder still happened. He was
need-
at a classy restaurant.
they were
You need-
eating.
Any place that has a dress code, you ain't gonna have it because nobody likes to kill in a suit coat.
Oh yeah, once your suit is off, your murder is
If I
done.
didn't have on this London fog.
Let me tell you something.
Look, I'm not proud to say this, but I was in high school. I was working at Jack in the Box, and this dude came through the drive-through, man, and he talked so bad to me. One of my boys, you know how everybody has that job where you work with somebody that you love when they at work, so you can work with them and clown.
Right.
It was one of those jobs. Dude came through the drive-through, running his mouth, and I was like, I'm coming outside. And my supervisor was like, don't do it. My boy was like, go do it. Man, I went outside. What happened was I had came back inside from the dude getting upset with me because he's speeding through to the drive-thru.
Right.
And I said, you might want to slow down. And he said, what you say to me? And he called me the N-word. You know how I feel about that. And I went back inside and I said what I said to the supervisor, and they said, don't go out there. And my boy was like, go out there. I went back out, and I shouldn't have. When this dude got out the car, you ever seen Police Academy with Tackleberry unfolds out of the car?
Yes, like a transformer.
Yeah, that's what dude did.
Oh, goodness.
I didn't care.
Me oh my.
When I tell you I climbed all over this dude, it felt so good. I beat the sleeves off of him. I lost my job. I lost my job.
This was McDonald's?
No, why would they?
To the
Jack
restaurant
in the
point. No, it was
Oh.
no, actually it wasn't Jack in the Box. It was I want to say it was Taco Bell. It was Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
In Hazelwood over there by the Dollar Theater.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, yeah, man. And I lost my job, but I didn't go to jail. And I was lucky because we were right by the police station. But it felt so good to do.
Hey.
I'm not promoting violence at all, but I was just circling back around to the
Violence
story.
right after the N-word doesn't feel like violence though. Like I just saw a clip of this dude in a restaurant who got called the N-word and he slapped this dude like 17 times.
Yes.
The internet counted.
I like when they do that on the internet where they make coins pop out your head when you
didn't
getting
know
beat.
that.
I was like, why isn't somebody recording my fight?
That's hilarious.
But people didn't have cameras on phones when I was in high school.
People
I'm an old man. What am I doing looking at this camera?
You're older, you're wiser, you're smarter. You also know that, jumping straight to violence isn't always the answer. And also you recognize at some points that you may have been harboring stuff, which makes you jump to that level of really just wanting to fight or handle it through a physical matter. But now you're older, like myself, and you know that, through therapy and other forms of that talking about these situations before they expand to that might be the best solution. So that's why I'm always encouraging you guys to check out BetterHelp, okay? BetterHelp is an online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours, which is mind-blowing. Let me tell y'all something. I'm trying to get a procedure done right now through my insurance, and it's a self-referral thing, and I still have to talk to a consultant and I can't meet with a consultant until July 7th. July 7th. When I signed up for insurance through my insurance company, I wasn't placed with someone for 3 weeks. It is ridiculous. So the fact that BetterHelp takes your mental health that serious, that you're signed with someone in 48 hours or less, is outstanding, okay? Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy. Just want to let you guys know, as always, this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. And damn internet, you scary listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/DIYS. Again, that's BetterHelp.com/DIYS. BetterHelp.com/DIYS.
Man, I love the way you segue into your commercials. It seemed like a real. I mean, you're great.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you want it to be like that. You don't want people like, oh, commercial coming. Nah, you want it to
that
like
was
just part of the
smooth,
conversation.
man. You know, and I was at a bad place in my life at that point, and I am seeing a therapist now too. I like this one. I do. Cause like I tried to talk to a therapist one time and he kept laughing at my problems. And I'm like, this ain't a show.
Yeah.
Like you gotta pay to see me and
Listen.
laugh. I'm not gonna keep telling you this story and you're laughing while I'm trying to get help.
I was with a therapist before the one that I'm with now, and I didn't like how laxed and comfortable he was with me. He kept saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a lot. To the point where it's like, all right, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
He
Because
said,
I
you
don't
know what
want-
I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? He was like, because he was like, I really recommend, you know what I'm saying, you getting the 5 love languages. Because that book right there could kind of explain how both of you guys on different pages, but how you guys can get on the same page. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I already read that book. We both read it. I know my love language. She knows her. Oh, you already had the game. You know what I'm saying? So what? So I mean, the next step, you know, is you guys possibly talking about, you know what I'm saying, what you guys want from it. I was like, let me
He
stop
sound
you
more
right.
like a street therapist.
I was like, let me stop you right there. Click.
Oh, you were on the phone?
Yeah, we were on
That's
the phone.
funny.
Yeah,
You know,
that's over.
you and I have a lot in common, and I don't think a lot of people take that into consideration when they're doing business. And a lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of times is what our people, but it happens with other cultures too. I've experienced when people get way too familiar too soon.
Yeah.
I hate that with all my heart because I'm like, you got my money, man.
Yeah.
Let's cut out the fat of this conversation and get to the business so I can leave because I'm not your friend, but I'm friendly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just I
love people that can keep it professional. Our friend Chef Io, you guys have seen her. I don't think you've seen her. No. You seen her on Word and It's Hard, and you seen her on More to the Story. But when we were doing vegan for a month, and we invited Kev and them over, but we didn't want them to have to eat vegan too. So she cooked vegan for us, and then she cooked regular food for them. But like when we hired her. We didn't be like, yo, can you come over and cook? We hired her.
Right.
Transactions were made. Money was sent through Venmo. And when she got there, she did not talk to us. Like, we couldn't be like, Io, so last week, none of that.
Right.
Like, she was like literally in a zone, doing everything. She washed the dishes and cleaned up after she left. I'm sorry, before she left. When we were trying to get up and go
do that
when we tried to get up and go get something to drink, she was like, sit down, I got it. That's what I'm here for.
for height.
Like, we would not engage in
What
conversation
happens
with
if
each
you,
other.
if you tried to talk to her?
She wouldn't talk back. She'd just look at us and then keep working. She kept it super professional to the point where it's like, I can respect that.
And she's probably been down that road before.
That
That
too.
sounds like she had an experience. She's like, I'm from now on,
Right, I'm not
Because
even
we
talking.
all right. We've
Yeah.
all had that moment in our life where we were in a situation where you like, after this time,
Yeah. Well,
And-
she's a celebrity chef, but she worked for a lot of rappers early on. So I can imagine, like,
Oh, my goodness.
it's just
Yeah.
like, let me just do this
Right.
and get out of their way because they wilding right now.
and she was probably married too.
No, she wasn't married. She was
Okay.
young, but she was in a relationship. She was in a serious committed
Well,
relationship.
that comes with a different level of line drawing and respect
Yeah.
because people are guarding themselves because a lot of times, because I have a cousin who's a chef, when you're dating somebody or married to somebody, you know this being in the industry, people have their insecurities and they project them on you as an entertainer or an independent worker.
Yeah.
And, you know, that can make you straighten up or say, I don't need to be with you.
Either one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Either one.
Right. That's very
Yeah.
true.
It happens.
Yeah, it's a trip. And I think that's why a lot of people need to go to Nord.
No,
Yeah,
just
okay.
stop. Just stop.
I'm practicing
I
doing my
saw you-
segues
I saw
like
you
you.
trying to get it in there. I was like, nah.
I can't be smooth like him. But
Nah.
you get it.
All right. Well, we were talking about private chefs and professionalism. Did you guys hear about the Semen cupcakes?
Whoa! What?
Yes.
Why did you?
Yes.
How you just toss that out?
Yeah, I should have been first, huh? Semen cupcakes.
Well,
Yes,
I mean-
this is a big part of the internet right now.
You know what's crazy is like I can't believe she actually pulled it out.
Wait a minute. Break it
All
down,
right, yeah.
bruh.
So I'll let you know what happened. Okay, so this is the headline. Former teacher gave students cupcakes made with her husband's semen.
Oh, she gotta go.
She
yeah.
just faced sentencing last Friday.
Uh-huh.
She pled guilty to
Yep.
a slew of child sex crimes, including giving her students cupcakes laced with her husband's semen. This happened in 2019 when a tipster alerted the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children about Cynthia Perkins and her husband Dennis Perkins, who was a deputy sheriff officer.
Jerkin Perkins. I'll be damned.
Jerkin Perkins. They launched an investigation and uncovered that the couple molested a child who was between the ages 9 and 10. They also had a bunch of nude photos of the two with the child. It's unclear how they knew them, but it was a bunch of child porn, photographs of Cynthia giving cupcakes that detained Dennis's semen to her unsuspecting students.
I wasn't ready for this, man. I can't even make this funny.
They were just hit
I
with
wouldn't try to. But
41 years.
Yes, I was how long? 41, right?
41 years.
41 years. Is what
Just
they
got 41 years.
That ain't enough time.
It's not.
But-
But everybody's getting not enough time lately. Jesus.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. 41 years is, some people might feel like that's not enough time. She gonna get it. He gonna get it worse.
Yeah.
Because once they find out that he's in there for a sex crime against a child,
yeah,
and he
yeah.
was a cop,
Mm-hmm.
he gonna have to be on PC. There's no way this motherfucker's gonna be in Gen Pop walking around, going to get his meal every day in the
Right.
day room with the what? No.
Let me tell you
Hell
something.
He gonna have to be, unless the cops be like, "Hey, just sit here for a second. We'll move you."
I've never heard anything
Acceptable.
about it, but I'm sure in
neither have
women's
I.
prisons, child molesters are treated no different. You know what I mean? If anything, I think it might be worse.
It's still definitely frowned upon when it comes to like jail culture, whether men's or women. It's
Right.
one of those top things outside of like, I mean,
Do people get attacked in women's jails though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
when I
they
worked
get
at Twin
attacked in
Towers,
any-
I worked at Linwood. Yeah, they I mean, it happens.
No, I'm saying specifically the child abusers.
I mean, I don't know like who
So I
gets
think it'd be
more between
worse.
child abusers and rapists
yeah.
and males and women, but I know they still can get it.
They got a certain
Man.
level of justice that they do there for whatever reason. Some people don't have to know what you did to do something to you, but I'm still in shock
a lot.
about the article, but like they was just some sick individuals because the first thing that came to my mind when you said it, the initial title of the headline, I was thinking like you made it sound like a business. And I was like,
no.
Yeah, I thought it was a funny thing. It's not a funny
yeah, I was
thing.
like,
Took
he
a real
coming with
turn.
some more jokes. I was like, let's do
Semen
this. Then I was
cupcake,
like, my system, it shocked my system.
Yeah.
And then I was immediately, when you said kids, I was like, And what did these kids do for her to want to come serve them up
Bro.
with some cupcakes from her
Nothing.
husband's batter?
There is nothing that they did. They
She's a
just,
teacher.
they just,
She's
they,
a teacher. They could just bring
She,
food.
yeah,
I know,
and
but
she
I was processing this whole thing. I was loading.
yeah. She just people are sick. The fact that they're sharing pictures, like that's it's rare that we find or we hear stories like where it's both people in the marriage. It's usually like one person that is, into the child pornography and stuff like that. But for both of them to be associated with this and found guilty
And
of it, like
sharing
y'all
the
both were
stuff.
just y'all share. Yeah,
That's a different level of sickness. It's like how you find somebody to match your sickness like that.
Man.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where were you when you like, she gonna ride with this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
What the
that's-
hell? I
that's
never thought about
bizarre.
that. Yeah.
man, it's some sick individuals. I was watching the news with my wife last week, and we laying up and on the TV, morning news, this dude in Utah, this how sick the world is. He kidnapped this girl, carved a number in her hand, right? In the palm of her hand. She escaped, right?
A phone number or just a number?
The number 6.
Okay.
I didn't want to say it because I don't want him looking for me, but I said it. He carved a number in this lady's hand. She escaped wherever he had her trapped at, and it made the news. Never showed the dude's picture or said his name
But
because
they
he's
caught
a
him.
millionaire.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So they knew who it was.
Yeah.
So she escaped and said everything.
Yeah.
So where did the 6 come in?
He just drew it in. He carved it in her hand. That was the story. But as horrible as that is, the fact that they didn't identify this dude.
Right.
Like, how much money did you pay your lawyers or whatever for you to not
To just avoid
it happening to
kidnapping?
somebody else?
Bro, man.
Dude, that's now I get the internet
could
is
you-
scary, but that's scarier.
That's I didn't know you could just buy or else I would think that there's a bunch of rich people that we keep seeing in the
Yeah.
headlines that wouldn't
Think?
be in there.
Bro, remember the guy that raped the what was it? The room cleaner, the woman that worked at the hotel.
The housekeeper?
I think she got pregnant or something too. But like he was like some foreign billionaire or millionaire or something like that. And like they had proof. They had all the evidence and they proved it. And he still didn't get arrested.
Oh, if you're
They just sent
from
him
another
back.
country, you have diplomatic immunity.
Yeah,
technically.
they just sent him
Just
back.
from another link.
Just
Well,
because-
usually if you're like a government official, but
Yeah,
it's harder
government official, yeah.
because your country, the
would
laws if you're from
extradite you.
they have to extradite you. So it depends on where you're from and whether or not that country cares enough to go through the legal process to remove you from the U.S. and then charge you in that country.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was. I don't even know if it was him getting extradited. I think I low key feel like it was dealing with the money.
Oh, I'm probably.
I remember because they you know a lot of times Law and Order they will pull like from real stories to make episode, and that was one of the episodes. Like
Jesus
and it was
Christ.
like yo, money is a different type of motivator.
Right.
Money is one of those things where it's so freeing at the same time. It can also be like just a prison because people get addicted to it, always want more, and it creates power for those who never had power, and those that were born into money don't understand the concept of no sometimes.
Right.
Like if you've told yes all your life and all you
Yeah.
know is doors being open for you and stuff like that, you get to a different country and the motherfucker tell you no, like who the fuck you? I'll buy you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that really could be a thing when motherfucker just say no, just turn you down, and because you're so accustomed to being told yes, you do something illegal in that moment
You
just
snap
because
and
you
you can
don't.
have your. It's so many movies
then-
that's
because
the
people
high
don't-
stake to go
Man.
to.
And then the cushion is that they fall back on their money after doing the illegal thing, which should be obviously like a huge consequence, but they have the money, which gives them a crazy unfair advantage over people without it. And now you have somebody who's just walking away scot-free from something that literally ruined somebody's life just because they
Forever.
had money.
Yeah, and this
Yep.
person's just walking around like I can't imagine how that lady, how unhealthy her mind is from that experience.
Right.
And knowing that she's not protected for real.
Yeah.
What was the point of calling the police?
It's bad enough to
reporting
have
on
them
it.
go
Yeah.
through it, but then it's like they have to go through it again when the consequences are being passed out, which is why a lot of people don't come forward about it. And then to go through that all over again, and then it's still not end in justice just because somebody was rich. It's kind of it's pretty messed up.
Definitely
Yeah,
messed up.
man, you pull up some happy
Dark.
stories.
Hey, man, we got to cover it all. Internet's a very scary place.
Goodness.
All right, well, how about this? This is
How about this?
This is a little. This is a
I feel like
little
it's about to
rougher.
be Sesame Street.
Well, how about this? Oh no, this is a lot of dark stuff. A lot of dark
Oh.
stuff today. This one is just exhausting. I don't get why or how somebody would do this. Stephon Diggs, who is in the NFL, there's a story floating around that he was allegedly on 2 different Valentine's Day dates in the same hotel.
Now that's funny.
And he was running back and forth between the 2 rooms all night like a Scooby-Doo cartoon or something.
How many sitcoms have done this?
Right, exactly. It's like that makes me think like there's no way he came up with enough because Valentine's Day. That's if you have a Valentine's Day date, that's very intimate. That's very like
Yeah.
one-on-one. So you can't have that many bathroom breaks.
Dude.
I mean, he might be like, "Hey, I gotta go get the food. I ordered something else. I gotta go in there to get that.
I got
And if he's
diarrhea, and I don't want to
yeah,
use it in the
this
room.
yeah. And
That's
if
a good one.
he's keep giving
Diarrhea.
her
Oh, yeah.
champagne, champagne. If you ain't doing nothing, champagne will get you sleepy.
And what about those other side things that they
those
could
other
have been,
side- yeah.
in, partaking in? That is funny, and
It's exhausting.
It
that's
is.
what it sound. That's what I thought.
He put himself to work.
Listen, one of the rooms, if not both of them, have to be right by the elevator.
Why
Because
would
I'd be
he-
damned if
but
I
also,
go
like-
to another floor and now I gotta run all the way down the hallway.
Right.
Just to
Just
nah.
reschedule it.
Not just that. Why don't you just
Right.
introduce him? You know what I'm saying? like
That also.
just
At that level.
be forthcoming. Like, you know what? This is my life. I actually know a couple of people that get down like that.
That's
And it
pretty
works
crazy.
out. But
It would only be practical if it was on the same floor, and that's way too risky. This just seems
Have
this is
them
just a
in-
terrible idea.
Everyone room next to each other with the door, like, so, show you something.
what's
huh?
Did they say how,
Everybody
did they say how
come
things
to the
turned out at
middle.
all?
that's
Oh, well,
that's
it's still
that's a lot.
allegedly.
Ah, okay.
Wait a
so-
minute, what'd you
So-
ask?
More evidence.
But
You guys say how
allegedly,
it
he was
turned
running
out.
around the lobby. That is a big part of it. Like if
Yeah,
they
them
were,
in different towers.
if
We gotta go to the ground floor.
if it only
obstacle.
lasted 45 minutes,
It's an obstacle
man.
course.
Bro, that's doing way too
yeah,
much,
you-
especially on Valentine's Day.
And you
That-
rich.
Yeah, where you gonna sleep?
sleep, bro? Like it's
Yeah, where you gonna sleep?
That makes no
where
sense.
You gotta. If you still creeping while you sleeping, like I need to get up and go over there and go sleep a couple of hours and get back up and go over there. I gotta share my time evenly.
that's just too much,
it
man.
doesn't even sound fun.
It's
Like
it's
it's
so,
just a story.
so
I ain't
many
gonna lie.
other easy ways to just handle that. It's like if you're an online shopper, you gotta get your product, box it up, mail it, take it to a place, and then have them ship it to the customer. It's too much, man. It's just way too much. Why would you do all of that when you can go through Shipstation, okay? Shipstation is already trusted by over 100,000 e-commerce sellers. They keep track of your orders and any sales channel, easily find the best shipping carrier with deeply discounted rates, and automate just about any shipping task within a few clicks. And one of the best parts about this, Arvin, is that you get to do all of this from your phone.
Hey.
You can do all of this from your phone. Back in the day, you had to get in your car, travel 3 different places, go pick this up from this. Nah, man. We long gone are the days that we doing that. I sell a lot of t-shirts. If you think to hear more is gonna be licking stamps and writing down all these addresses, you got another thing coming, okay? I ship with Shipstation. I print out my labels. I print out my postage, everything from the luxury of my home, and then I drop it off in one location. I'm not going to be running back and forth playing with y'all to make sure y'all get your stuff. I'm going to make sure you get it, but I'm not about to be playing while I'm doing it, okay? I get to manage every order. It doesn't matter what the outlet is, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, or even our own website, from anywhere on our phone, okay? No more headaches of dealing with returns and return tracking. Shipstation makes it super easy. You understand me? Shipstation works with every carrier, so you can always find the best fit for you, and your business can access the same discounted rates, usually reserved for the Fortune 500 countries, which never made sense to me. They got all the money, Pat. They don't need these discounts. We need these discounts. So check out Shipstation. Save your sanity, knowing your orders are handled and you're getting the best rates for your money, okay? Use our code right now. If you are a small business, you're making t-shirts, you're making body washes, body scrubs, you're making masks, whatever it is you're making, use Shipstation. Use our code DIYS and you'll get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months. It's 2 months, people. 2 months free of no hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and then type in DIYS. Again, ShipStation.com. Type in DIYS at the microphone at the top of the page. It's ShipStation, people. Make ship happen.
Make ship happen. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
That's a good
I don't know
logo.
how to- I don't know how to do the share password thing.
Okay.
Oh, for what?
I thought you just opened the thing.
For Wi-Fi.
No, go try to start typing it in.
Let me type it in.
It wasn't an emergency. We could have just kept talking.
Are we still good?
Oh, you also have to be friends and contacts to do it too.
Oh,
yeah,
I
if
did
you
not
don't
know
have
that.
the
I don't
phones
think
won't
we are
recognize-
friends in contacts.
The phones won't recognize.
I'll
it.
be
Oh,
your
here
friend,
you go. Yeah, I
Patrick.
got it right there. Boom.
Dang, that solved a lot of problems. I'm
Yeah.
glad we did that on air.
You know what? I always wonder why it does it
It
for
was
some people and then it
inconsistent,
doesn't
yeah.
do it for other people.
But so is
That makes
AirDrop.
sense.
Like AirDrop sometimes is just like,
Air-
nah, I don't
AirDrop
know what
is
you're talking
temperamental.
about.
And you talk to AirDrop, hey, let me get you. No.
He sticks his nose up like, I
First
don't
of all, won't you
recognize
ask me
anything
how
in
my
here.
day was before you go try to send 32 pictures and then you got 10 of them are burst. So 10 of those
it's the
32 are 10
worst.
pictures in themselves. You want me to just do this? I just got home. You be like,
Phone, especially phone to laptop.
oh,
You be
forgive
like,
it.
be
You
like,
have to
I
reset.
don't-
I always have to
There's
reset
nothing
one of
in there.
mine.
Yes,
I always have
exactly.
to reset one of them.
Like, I don't
It's
know
just-
what that is. I don't
I would
hate
say
it.
when it works though.
Oh, when it works, it's fantastic.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
It is a marvel of technology. You be like, this is the epitome of technology.
I used to have to like email myself
Oh,
all
all the
this
time.
stuff.
when it's too much, because you'll lose
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
that's
worst.
crazy how something brand new can be introduced to us, and then when it's like fickle and not working, we're like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
This dumbass phone,
That's how-
Apple. Every time it's
I
time to
hate
get
it.
a new phone, they fucking up my shit.
I'm getting an Android. Every Apple user says that at least once a year. Like, you know what? I'm making the
actually
switch.
never uttered
I've
those
never
fucking
heard
words.
anyone.
You've
say that.
never heard anybody consider galaxies, all these
I've
notebooks.
heard people say it. I just never said
Never
it.
out loud like that after using their iPhone. Like, I'm gonna get an ant. Never.
Oh
Never.
my!
Yeah.
Especially when an iPhone drops and then they slow everything else. Oh my god! I
That's
go
the
through
Yeah,
worst,
yeah,
man.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
go through that every single year, and I it's like an abusive relationship. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving Apple.
I'm not leaving
Even
it.
as fucked up
It's
as
just
it
too.
is to
It's just
me.
my life is too streamlined with all of the products.
It's just
the
all
laptop,
so simple.
the office,
It's too simple.
the phone, the iPad, the iPod. It's just too easy to just shift
I'm not
information.
going
I'm not
anywhere.
finna go
Yeah,
back.
Although I
do
did
it.
get a PC last year and I like it.
I did
But
too, but I got it just for Zoom with
Just
the
for
homies.
other stuff,
I
yeah.
literally have it just for Zoom
Just
with the
for
homies.
mechanics.
Is it because it's so basic?
No,
Tech
it's because it
specs.
works better with my camera. So I got a
just a
streaming
better-
camera,
better
and
machinery.
yeah, the because the gaming computers have higher resolutions and they have better chips for processing data. It just works better than a PC.
It's like having a pickup truck. You're
Unless
not
you get
gonna
a top of
be
the
flashy
line new
with it.
MacBook
Yeah.
that are out
What'd you
now.
say?
Unless you get one of the new Macs that are out now. That's true.
yeah.
I think I'm about to get a PC.
It's
I'm
efficient.
very basic, and I
It's
got
efficient.
a little raggedy pickup truck. I love it.
But that's what I'm saying. The pickup truck is perfect for production stuff.
Utilities.
You know, using it for the pickup truck. But then it's like, you know, when you want the
You ain't pulling up to the club.
Arvin
Yeah.
is literally up here this week, so I can try to bring him up to speed on social media. This is our 6th time trying, guys.
You know what, man?
what's the problem?
I hate technology. I'm trying to embrace it. I had a really bad experience a long time ago, and it just trapped me. It kept me away. Tahir was talking to a mutual friend earlier today that knows my my ex-fiance, right? What happened was I performed at a college, and I took a picture with this girl. The show was great. She posted something online and referred to me as her fiance. You know how, like, when you a fan of Rihanna, you're like, Rihanna, my wife. You know, she was doing that.
Right.
And it was a joke. And my ex-fiance,
did not laugh.
she didn't find it funny.
Who was the woman?
It was just it was a college student.
Oh.
I was in my early 20s. She was a college student. She thought I was attractive, and we took the picture. Well, I get home, and it had been posted. This was so long ago.
MySpace?
Yeah. So she posted on MySpace, and I get home, and my girl got an attitude, and I'm like, I didn't know where the attitude was coming from. It was like for a couple of days, and she ended up telling me, "So you engaged now, or whatever?" I'm like, "What?" And she made a big deal out of this picture with this student, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And when we sat down and talked about everything, she had been listening to her friends, yapping about me being on this picture online and stuff, and I was like, I can't do this because people take stuff on the internet so serious and to a whole nother level to where I don't want no parts of that because you can't take back what you say or you do, and that's why I'm so careful about being on just anything and saying anything because I'm not worried about being canceled, but I don't want anybody to think I'm being mean to them on that level or this stuff is crazy. So that just turned me off to technology and.
Yeah, I can see
I shouldn't have let that happen.
I mean, that ain't no reason to turn your back on all technology, though. That was actually my face fault. Okay, she shouldn't have been able to tag you. So if you want to blame somebody, you need to blame Tom. Okay, because he fucked it up.
I'm coming for you, Tom.
I mean,
Get you
that
some
could
of them
have happened.
cupcakes.
That could have happened anything. That could have been a photograph where they said I saw this happen. Not it wasn't posted. Somebody could have just photographed it. Somebody could have just been like, "You won't believe what I saw." You know, there's nothing worse than like, and this is I've seen this happen with male groups too, but. Women and men, if they have like a toxic group friend that's just always talking trash and just like belittling people and stuff like that, they're probably gonna belittle you when you're not there. So
Yeah.
I be seeing those red flags. Like I can't. If a woman is like has friends that are like throwing shit in the group chat and just like he just posted this, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Just like, what?
and that's what I was trying to tell her. I'm like, you know me better than that. Like
Yeah.
we literally grew up together. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you really listen to this? So I understand both of your points, but for me, I was like, I don't like what this machine is doing to people, and I shouldn't have turned myself off to it. So yeah, I'm learning again, and thanks
You're
for
in
telling
Utah.
the world I'm not good.
Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong. Listen, bro, there are people learning every day. There's no way you can keep up with everything that's going on. I'm learning every day. It's so much stuff I don't know how to do on TikTok.
Tahir,
I
don't
pick
try
my
to
battles.
don't try to make it
I
right.
just
Don't
learned
try
the
to
green
clean up
screen.
hurt
I'm
my
not.
feelings.
I'm not.
Because you're great at this.
Man,
I'm
I
not
had
gonna-
I had a flip phone in 2018. The
Really?
first phone I ever had for my entire life, and then when I moved out here, I got a smartphone.
Well,
Never had one previous.
You only had
you
one.
probably
flip
got a
phone
lot of money
before
saved
that,
too.
I got my first phone in 2009, and I had that
You got a
until
Maybach
2018.
outside.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You just didn't care about.
No, I mean my mom said if I wanted one, I had to buy it myself, and like I didn't have the money at that time.
There you have it.
But here's the thing, though. Arvin could learn. He is resistant to change until now. Now he seems like he's all up. But Arvin would buy all the technology. He would just lose it within 3 months.
I lose it or just
Lose
not
it?
use
What do you
it.
mean?
I
I have
leave
never-
stuff on planes, man.
Never met a man that has lost so many AirPods and AirPads in my life.
I lost a couple of
AirPads?
those. Yeah, the thin
iPads,
one.
I'm sorry.
I lost one of those, and this lady did take one of my. I had a MacBook. What was the one? It was before the Pro.
Oh,
the white one.
You lost the laptop too?
Yeah, man, and it was in a dope bag. Remember they used to sell those bags
Bag?
at the
You
Apple
lost the
store?
laptop?
Yeah, well, the lady, I was on the plane and I went to sleep. I was sleeping good too. I sleep well on planes.
I do not.
My bag, this is a trick to it. You got to stay up the night before until you can't stay up no more and then go to the airport. And then when you get on the plane, that's when you go to sleep
I be
with the
crashing.
neck pillow and the headphones. It's a luxury. Anyway, the bag slid under the seat in front of me, and it wasn't until I thought about what happened in hindsight that I saw that lady getting the hell up out of the airport, took my bag with my laptop in it.
Damn.
I was more concerned about the laptop, but that was a really nice bag.
Because you went to sleep?
Yeah, man, I was sleeping too good.
You don't ever put your leg through the loop?
I didn't know any better.
I do that every
I was
single
new to
time.
technology.
Put my leg
I
through
didn't
the
know it
loop.
was that valuable. It had pictures of my daughter in there, but I know now.
Damn.
So,
So you lost laptops, iPads, and earbuds,
man,
everything?
earbuds. Yeah, I lost a lot of stuff. I lost
I just
people.
leave it in the box. I'm really bad about that. I have like 4 or 5 pieces of technology at my house just still in the box.
I lose the box. I'm glad that they have the Find My iPhone thing on there now.
I've never used that.
Oh,
I've used
it's
it a couple
great.
times. I've used it actually. Most recently, I used it to find my AirPods. So when we were in Atlanta for the last tour date, I went to breakfast and I had my AirPods in my short. I took them out to talk to the waiter, but they were like the type of shorts where the pockets weren't deep, so they fell out.
I hate that.
And so I went back to my room, changed clothes, got dressed, hopped in the Uber and everything. I was like, where's my AirPods? And I was like, oh, snap. So I went back to the hotel. They weren't in the shorts. I launched to Find My AirPods on the Find My Phone, my iPhone app, and slowly but surely found them right at the same place. Actually, somebody had picked them up and taken them to the desk at the restaurant. And I went to the desk. I'm like, yeah, this says my AirPods are here. And they was like, well, we don't see anything. They looked around, and I went back over there to where I was sitting, and the thing was telling me, no, it's over here. And I went right back. And then she was like, she looked, and they found it. They had I don't know how, but they had my name on it and everything. That it was my pair.
How
Maybe-
specific is it? I thought it was just like a general marker over
No.
the business.
It'll tell
Take you right
where
to 'em.
right to
And,
where it is.
and it'll tell you like if it's like on an elevated floor, say this is on the elevated floor, this is not on the ground level. It is.
You know,
awesome.
that's how they found the teacher and the cop.
What teacher in the cop?
that?
Oh, here we go.
I was doing a callback.
Who? What? Who?
the
Okay.
teacher and the cop.
He was
that-
trying to-
Your previous
Oh.
story.
Never mind.
Oh, how you call back to our worst story?
I tried to find some humor in there somewhere, man. That is mind blowing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You really made it sound like a business.
Yeah.
You like,
My bad.
I was like, I don't want none of those cupcakes at all.
I mean, that
was
sounds
like,
like
is he-
something that people
is he
would do,
pitching
low-key,
this?
though. But, well, what about, speaking of businesses, what about the 1,000 rats that were found at a Family Dollar distribution center in Arkansas? Do you know how many 1,000 rats is?
Counting them. Wait a minute. What? Ah! Wait a minute. One. That's 54 so far. Who's counting rats?
It says FDA officials.
What they
said,
dead?
They probably caught them. At some, I mean, if there's that many running around, I feel like someone's got to be.
Someone's
They
got to
gotta
do
be caught them.
something. You can't just
I
herd
like
them
it.
away.
Or like, weigh them. Yeah, they probably caught them and then weighed them, and you could tell
Ugh.
by how you weigh them.
This is a Family Dollar distribution center that sends goods to Louisiana and 5 other states.
I'm not surprised.
It's funny. That's not as bad as because I mean, the FDA has regulations for how much like content will be in the food before they like approve it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it says that they discovered live rodents, dead rodents, and birds in various states of decay and animal feces after deep cleaning and fumigation of the West Memphis building. Cleaners removed 1,100 dead rodents. Additionally, officials said they will be working with Family Dollar.
So there were
to
just
start
1,000 dead
volunteer-
ones.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they said that there was live rodents, and they're not even talking about the birds in various states of decay, which is the crazy part. Well, not really. It
That's
says
the crazy part.
it says they'll be working to start a voluntary recall of their products that may have been contaminated, which at that point,
Jesus
it's all of them.
Christ.
Anything that's been in that building is contaminated. But the products include pet food, dietary supplements, medical devices, cosmetics, human food, and over-the-counter medication. And this is, I mean, people in these states might be using these products, which is pretty messed up.
Some of them definitely are using these products. But you know what?
It's-
It takes.
My thing is, how do you let it get to that? There's a certain point where people are like,
1,000.
you know what, we can't have these rats just running around
Yeah,
all the
right.
inventory all the
They're
time.
up
Because you
to
know,
my knees.
you know, people are like,
up to
man,
my
it
knees.
seems like it's more than them than usual than it was. Like, y'all
Right.
you see it happening, and nobody just wants to be responsible for leading that charge. I feel like it's like that's a
Well, and that's like if someone will be like, well, you're fired if you complain.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's one of those situations where you don't have a lot of say.
Right, but how could they
you
even
let it accumulate?
operate?
And also, like the smell.
Yeah, how do
dead
you
decaying
Somebody
operate
knew
day
something.
to day? This
Yeah.
is
Even the
food
customers
there.
like, hold on, wait a minute.
But at that point, I'm like, I'm quitting because I don't want the job
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
'cause
and
you can
also
catch a
there's rat
disease.
shit in my makeup. Every
In my makeup.
I feel like there should have been other things even after the sales that should have come back.
I'm wondering, like, how did they like?
makeup.
How was it only known about once the whole rat situation? Like, maybe they had the employee sign an NDA or something like that. Because how is no one that works at this distribution center talking about this? Like, nobody
Right.
has a podcast.
That's what I
Nobody,
mean.
nobody has.
says
You know
No one
what I'm
social
saying?
media.
Nobody-
one
Nobody has a
picture, just
podcast.
posted one picture.
Twitter,
Nobody-
people
yeah,
are always like
anonymously?
trying to screw over
Right.
Chick-fil-A and look how they make the beans in Taco
Yeah.
Bell.
You mean to
Well,
tell me no one has Racket? You
that's
know what I'm
because
saying?
too
Racket
many-
is a new way that you can get your podcast out. Let me tell you something. Starting a podcast is hard.
Wow.
It's not an easy thing to do. And now Racket has partnered and they're giving away $100,000 to budding podcasters and podcasters to be. So I want you guys to know, damn internet, you scary listeners, you may have a podcast of your own or you might be planning on starting one. Well, you need to get it going and you should check out Podcast to win money to boost your podcast and to get your product and your podcast going. It's very easy to do. Especially if you already thought about starting a podcast or you already have a podcast or you have something excited that you want to share, this is the way to do it. It's called Podcast, okay? And it's by Racket. It's also a way for up-and-coming podcasters and even people who have already started their podcast to get the financial support that they need and get their show off the ground and running. I'm going to tell you what, starting a podcast, like I said before, is not easy. Getting sponsors and sponsorship and clients is even harder, okay? First of all, you have to get the numbers up and you have to get regular guests and you have to structure it right. It's not an easy thing to do, but once you get it up and running, it's great. So the fact the podcast is giving away this money to help you get your podcast up and running is mind-blowing. And it's $100,000 going to podcasters and podcasters to be, and it's free to apply. And winners will each get $250 and $5,000 that you can spend any way you want to. So if you got a podcast or you got an idea brewing for a podcast that you think needs listen, go apply today. All you have to do is go to podcast, CASH.com. And everything you need to know is on their website. There's no reason not to apply, and the deadline is March 4th. So go apply today and get your podcast on. Again, go to podcast.com, and all the information you need is right there on the website. Listen, it's no reason not to do this. You understand me?
Zero.
If you're already in the mindset of I got to start this podcast, I got to get this going. Why would you not do this? They're giving away $100,000.
Yeah,
Get this money, people. Go to podcash.com right now, and everything you need to know is on the website. Of course, terms apply, but you can find everything that you need to know at podcash.com.
Tahir, you great, man. That's I'm
I didn't
gonna
even see that coming.
I have been sitting on
He's
that one for
slick,
10 minutes. Like,
man.
how the hell am I gonna get this one in?
He's slick.
It's very slick.
I throw the ball, you alley-oop, Patrick, the coach right now. We got Phil Jackson over here. You know what I'm saying?
It
This-
was a lot. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know how I'm gonna get this one in.
I tell you what, I'm applying for that as soon as we get off the air.
It's so easy to do. Why would you not get it? It's free money, man. They want you to have this money. So go ahead and do a shout out to Racket for making it happen.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Racket.
Yeah.
And Frank.
Oh, snap.
Uh-oh. What?
And Frank. I mentioned this last episode, and I didn't get to the story. And then one day I looked at my Twitter feed, and everybody was like, "So what happened with Anne Frank?" And I'm like, "Are you asking me? Why? What happened with Anne Frank?" What they were referring to was there was a story that I brought up, and I never got to cover it. Don't worry, it's okay.
Don't worry.
I saw
Bring
you.
the water back.
It's not correct. So, clout. Clout is a something that has been chased for as long as we know. Obviously, the word clout was invented with social media, and you know, the clout chasing, all that kind of stuff. The people who are kind of just always want to be in the spotlight, always want to be everything about them. Apparently, something just a fun fact that just came out about Anne Frank was that the SS officers that arrested Anne Frank purchased a copy of her diary to see if they were mentioned in it, and they were not.
Are you serious?
That's messed up.
This is
That's sick.
I mean, it's messed up morally on the officer's point of view.
Oh,
right?
no, that's what I mean.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's messed up for them. And I hope they got caught.
That's insane.
That's beyond insane.
That's like-
wow.
First of all, that is just not the book. That is not the book to just look for a shout out. Can you imagine how deep that clout chasing runs in the human body?
That is
And Frank, you wanted to see if you made the feature.
honorable mention.
People, man.
Yo.
People, but they're already an SS officer that was doing all that stuff, so it's not
Yeah,
like,
they obviously didn't care because they were
they weren't like
promoting and allowing it all to happen.
they weren't great people morally.
But
to
my
start
thing is, like,
with,
you think
but
you'd want to be more incognito and not be like, I'm gonna go, like, I don't know.
I just read that and I was
I
like,
think
I
that's-
can't believe what I just
That's
read.
a different level of clout chasing and a sickness that's like, I wonder was that passed down
What do you mean?
like hereditarily? Thank
The
you.
clout chasing?
No, like in their children or their children as sick as them to do that. He just got back in.
Okay, so
This is bananas.
you know the story of Anne Frank, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we were just talking about clout chasing and stuff like that and how deep it runs. This fun fact it's not that fun actually. This fact came out. The SS officer who arrested Anne Frank, who took her from what was it, an attic?
Yeah, they were.
Attic? Purchased a copy of her diary to see if he was mentioned in it, and he was not. That's not the main point, but he was looking
He
for the
was not.
shout out. Really, and that tumultuous scene, flipping through like,
Also, how would she have known his name? Did she be like, by the way, my name is like,
Right.
how would they have gotten?
I mean,
his
if
expect-
it
what
was
was
like
his
a
expectation?
historical thing, yeah, I guess it would be like Officer so and so or
Yeah.
something like that, or maybe it was
Maybe, well, they do probably have documentation. I'm sure they wrote down what officers were going out
Of
to do
who,
what.
right.
So, yeah, I guess.
So-
but she wouldn't have known that because she didn't write it post that. She
Right.
died before that. so-
Right, exactly. But it's insane because it's also like, were they looking for it like in a good way?
No,
you know what I mean?
absolutely not.
No.
He was looking for like I was at the cloud. Was like, all right, now, she actually mentioned me. Now I'm
That's
at a
what I
bar.
mean, the
Now
good
I'm
way.
at a bar, like, you You ever seen this book?
He
Right,
tried to flip
right.
it into
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I was there,
You know, AF?
as opposed to like
A-Frank?
what you think the opposite would be, which was just like, no, I hope I wasn't.
Right.
You know, which is just like, I hope I wasn't associated with such a horrible
Well, also
thing.
because if he was named, like those people are still, they can still go to trial for what happened.
Really,
Yeah, they find people all the time and send them back to Germany.
They don't find enough.
that people are still on trial for
Yeah.
that.
People
Wow.
there are still Nazis that are hiding in the U.S.
I've heard that. I mean, I've heard that
That's
from some of the things, but mainly on like movies and shows.
No,
Yeah.
it's a
Like,
real
I never
I've
thing.
read
experienced
anything
it.
that,
It's a
yeah,
real
but
thing.
yeah.
I have seen a couple of programs where they like still trying to find like old white men that lynched old black men like back in the day, and they
Yeah, they just
blind
grew up.
down. Yeah,
They just grew up and just kept going. Which is crazy to have lynchings on your history.
Yeah,
And you just the
Recent
80-year-old man
lynchings.
just looking
Because-
around now.
like 80 years like is really not that long ago when you think about stuff in that
Right.
you know, in that way. And that's just bananas that somebody's still living who hated that hard to harm somebody because of something they
Man.
didn't ask to be.
Generational gaps they blow my mind. Like every time you actually line up, like I just read something that said that Snoop Dogg and Picasso were alive at the same time for a little bit.
Yep.
And it's just like
Snoop is an old dog.
I have no sense of time.
No offense, Snoop.
My timeline's all messed up.
I remember when I found out the lady from the Emmett Till case was still alive a couple years ago.
That lied on him.
That lied, and then she admitted that she lied shortly
They
after.
should have hung her.
I agree.
They
I
they didn't charge her
absolutely
either.
They didn't
100%
charge her.
agree because she was so old and all this type of stuff.
no,
was
she
all-
admitted, and then they
Right.
still said that there was not enough evidence.
Right. But I'm saying it's just like
That's not evidence enough.
She
Somebody
said,
just gonna say that.
She said, I was there. I was the woman. I lied. We saw it as otherwise, which is crazy because that just means it's going to be awkward right now because we're like, she said it. But then in history, that's what they're trying to clean up is like it, when we talk back at it later, you know, when most people died who were
future.
involved. Yeah. That's legacy. That's legacy
That
for your
must be
ass.
the sentiment where they go, well, indicting her or whatever won't bring him back, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Charge the family.
I would charge him. Yeah, just to make a statement.
Just charge the family.
yeah. The
Charge
sins of
her.
the sins of the father fall on the son. Like,
Yeah,
where
why
your
not?
kids at, Shawty?
Doesn't work like that
Pretty
with
much.
dead.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Now that was a whistle. Come on over here. Let me holler at you real quick.
right. Have you seen The Harder They Fall?
Yes.
Is that the new one? With
With Idris
Idris
and
Elba?
Dion Cole and
Uh-huh.
Regina King. Oh man,
That's
that's a good movie. That's a
is.
great movie.
Yeah.
I don't think I
love a
finished
good
it.
western.
Me too. I love westerns.
You like
Man.
spaghetti
I feel like I
westerns?
What's spaghetti westerns?
Those are like the classic ones with
Yeah.
like Clint Eastwood.
You never
right?
heard it?
Oh, I never heard it yet.
Yeah.
No,
They're
no, I
called,
love.
Yeah, because they were filmed in Italy. That's where a lot of them were, and then they
Is
came.
Really?
that the spaghetti
That's-
part?
that's
I
right.
thought it was like
Hold the fuck up, Cam. Wait.
So did any of you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? The Tarantino film?
I tried
Okay.
to watch it.
It's about a actor who was in westerns, and a lot of the they moved to Italy because it was cheaper to produce them.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of them, anything called a spaghetti western, was filmed in Italy, and then it was just brought and repackaged over here in the
I
US.
just saw a cooking show that mentioned spaghetti westerns, but they were in Spain, and they said that they shot a lot there. So that makes a lot of sense. I thought the spaghetti was almost just like pop
No,
pop
it's because
westerns.
one of the famous
That makes
directors.
no sense.
Let me look up his name.
While you looking it up, I gotta say this, yo. What I didn't say about Utah, Sundance. It hit me once I was there that Sundance was there.
What do you, oh,
Bruh,
Sundance Film Festival? Oh,
yeah. Man, Robert Redford bought up so many acres of land for like pennies on the dollar and created Sundance. The ski slopes, I proposed to my wife on the top of a mountain on a ski slope. It was beautiful. But, bruh, when you come, you got to come visit it. The way they got this place set up is so dope. He cleaned up. But when I went to Sundance Film Festival, man, they had this thing called Black House, right? And it was epic. It felt like I was in D.C. when I went to Sundance. I only got a chance to go to one, and it was a bittersweet. I was having so much fun. I got to see Issa Rae up there, and they had workshops and a party. They had a dope DJ and everything, and all the energy got sucked out of it and went down because Kobe passed in the crash.
That will kill
But
anything.
it was
Yes, it will.
That will kill
and
any
you know how
movie,
sick
any
people are.
event.
People were making jokes about it.
Oh yeah.
And I
of
was up there
course.
with Stacey Hall, and this dude was like making jokes on the bus about it. I'm like, I'm so detached from you that it's not affecting me like that. I'm still concerned. Like, is this?
Right.
I thought it was a hoax.
Right.
You know, but yo, Sundance,
Superhero, man.
they did it right. They
It's
did it
crazy when
right.
someone dies and you're like, nah, it's impossible.
Yeah, that's what you automatically think.
Right.
I mean, I'm not a real big sports person, but he's a man and he was a great man. You know what I mean? Like, can't joke about that.
Nah.
But yo,
I didn't know Sundance was all of that. I thought that Sundance happened and then there was skiing around it and that was part of the culture. I didn't know that Sundance, like the whole thing is owned by one person and it's all Sundance.
I don't know all the working parts of it, but I know it's a lot of independent filmmakers that go up there. It's a lot of workshops. I'm performing for the Black Chamber of Commerce for Sundance because they had to postpone it because of the spike. But creators like yourselves, I mean, it's so much going on here that you don't. I wouldn't say you wouldn't need to go because networking is networking, but Tribeca, the what they do in Martha's Vineyard, is so many things.
What's Tribeca? I hear that a lot.
Tribeca's
It's a film festival.
It's
Film
a
festival.
Yeah,
Tribeca in New York City. It's a section of New York City.
Okay, that's probably where I heard it then.
it's so many different ways for artists to blow up and get on, and platforms like this is like it's one of the main hubs. You know what I'm saying? So again, thanks for having me on, man. I
course,
appreciate
man.
you guys. This is
Arvin.
dope.
This was very fun.
Yeah.
I only know what I saw on Entourage with
Sundance?
Sundance. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like literally like the only window into it. I've never even seen people like vlog up there or film up there. It's like, so it just registered that it's like a snowy. It snows a lot in Utah. Where you at?
I mean, in the wintertime, but it's beautiful. I can show you. I'll
Oh
show
my
you.
God, I can't even imagine going back to snow to live like that. I can go visit.
Vacation. Yep.
Oh yeah, vacation all day, but like
Visit it.
live, wake up is already like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I'm the same with rain. I can't live somewhere that just rains. It rains all the time. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what it's like today.
Oh man,
I got
all over
this
the
morning.
cars though. That's the only thing. Like I be seeing winter's always crazy on social media because I'm in LA and it's just the exact same. But everybody else's videos turns into something else. They'll be like, "Look, my car door is frozen," and I'm like, "Where are you guys living? Where are you
Yeah.
guys choosing
It's an everyday thing
to
in
live?"
Syracuse.
I love it.
I saw a
man.
tweet today that said, "My biggest fear is warming my car out." Going back inside and then coming back outside and it's gone.
That was me.
And that's like you stealing.
I did. Remember I came last week? That's how.
That's how
2
you
weeks
saw
ago.
it. It was because
Somebody
somebody was warming
their
it up.
car. Yeah, I was a young idiot, man. But my
Did you
sister
stake
just,
the house or something?
No, I was riding by on the bus and I saw smoke coming out the tailpipe, and it had "Outlaw" on the license plate, and I said, "That's for me," because that's my favorite song by Tupac. And
Outlaw.
he had personalized plates, but I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, that's how my sister just got her car stolen the last month. She was warming it up, and some kid was walking down the street, and he jumped in her car, and she never got it back.
That's
That's
why I
crazy.
like having a car with a fob. I can take the keys
Yes.
out, and you can't do anything with my car, even if it's on.
How cold does it have to be for you to warm it up?
Oh,
Warm a
cold.
car?
Well, here's the thing: you
enough.
don't.
And you're
You
like
actually.
if you don't have a garage and you're parking and it's like below zero overnight,
Yeah.
your car's frozen when you get into
Oh
it.
yeah, below zero.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
I mean,
Don't
they were
have
doing
leather
that like,
seats
why?
because it's freezing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
You can't
cold.
even sit on it.
But most cars nowadays, you don't have to warm up like that.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you had to warm it up to get the oil moving and everything. But these cars are fuel injected. You don't have to do that as often. You heat it up to like warm the windshield up and get the ice off of that and make it easier to clean off the windshields. But most times you don't have to warm the cars up like you used to have to back in the day. It was
Got
a
it.
lot different back.
Not as a mechanical thing.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
much.
not yet.
Now it's a
Yeah.
comfort thing, like getting into a
Right.
car that's like nice.
Yeah.
And then you got some people who get the automatic starter, and you could do that, and your car can still be locked. But everybody's not thinking like that. You're not thinking I'm gonna get my car taken.
Yeah.
And
You
Arvin-
never
That's
are
crazy.
until that
Right,
bad
until
boy's
it
taken.
happened. Boy, it's a violation, man. You feel so sick.
Woo.
I can't live no damn ice. What kind of Iceland is that? So it's just like my car door is frozen. It's like stay home. That doesn't sound like a weather you should be out and about in anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I've seen it happen.
Bow. Was that all the ads?
I think yeah.
That was
yeah.
all the ads. That was all the stories.
That was
The other
my
ones were
story.
dark. I
Yeah.
didn't expect that middle one to get so dark, so I just kind of pushed those off to the side and kept it a little light.
Sheesh.
There was
I mean,
so
sometimes
much
the internet be like that,
fast
man.
food murder. I literally there was three
Fast food murder.
fast food murders I skipped over.
Well, thank you, because you probably would have triggered me with another one. Seriously, this is last thing I'm gonna say. Like You have to mind your energy and not let everybody in your energy because like I was talking to a guy one time. It was very recent. I think it was about a week and some change ago, and he was telling me about his past and stuff like that, and he had been manipulated and everything, and I realized when I got home he triggered depression in me. I was like, damn, I didn't even realize I was allowing that in.
You were taking all that in, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, what happened to me? And it was that. So that's my little 2 cents, yo.
That is true though, because like some people can't wait to unload a day on you, you know.
Yeah.
And it's good to be there for people, but it's like you gotta also see where you at in the day. You know, you can't if you're in a really good space and it's just like yo, blah blah blah. You might, you know, you just gotta vet it.
Yeah, I've literally stopped people from saying things to me once you start going in.
Yep.
And I have to catch myself sometimes.
If it's unfair to you,
Yeah. So yeah, just to
Protect
check
that.
up from the neck up.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing in the world wrong with that. Protect your energy because ain't nobody gonna go to bat for you like you gonna go to bat for you.
Oh,
Yep.
Pat, what's your slogan? Protect your light.
Protect your light.
Yeah, there you
Exactly that.
Protect your legs.
Exactly that. Thanks for the plug.
Speaking of plugs, because it rhymes with mug, I ordered a mug from you all, and I want my mug.
Oh,
Oh, we'll talk about it off air.
is that a
I don't know if it, I was asking him, I didn't know if it was from you or if it was from Damn Internet You Scary.
from me? I don't sell mugs.
Oh, well, then it must have been from Damn Internet You Scary, so I can try to look it up from Teespring.
Yeah,
So,
let's do that.
yeah, we'll
Sorry
get
about that.
squared away.
That's okay.
All orders do be coming though. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no shade. I just want my cup.
There's hiccups, you know.
And truthfully, we don't ever see the stuff. Like, we just put it up on YouTube, but it's a fulfillment company that does
Supply
that,
chain
so.
issues.
All this raw bare space. Y'all should have stuff stacked up and drinking out of the mug on the show. Yeah. While you doing
I
that?
would-
It's not a bad idea.
I would sell this area. Any brands?
Can I get
a
a
little thing right here?
Can I get a discount since we
cool? Because I think it would look cool. Like, hey, this is brought to you by Patrick's Glasses. Extra couple racks? Why not?
Well, listen, man, we appreciate y'all watching, man. As always, we didn't even get to the song today.
Oh,
we were in
sure did.
studio, but I'm looking at the time, and I don't even know if we have time to do it right
Hurry
now.
up, do it.
Damn internet, you scary. Damn internet, you scary.
That's it.
Yeah, it's even shorter than you guys gave me permission.
I didn't know
for.
what to do. I felt I came in at the end. I don't know, man.
That's
But
all,
look,
folks.
we got you next week, man. Very excited about the rest of the year and everything that's coming up, man. But super excited we got a chance to get Arvin back this quick. We never usually
Thank you,
get a guest back as quick as we got you back. But
know,
you
right?
came back in, man.
was a
Just
U-turn.
as entertaining as you as always. And we appreciate you pulling up on us, man. You want to let people know where they can find you at?
On Instagram, I'm Arvin Comedian, and I will be more present. And
Once he learns it.
yeah, I'm learning. And I'm gonna get on TikTok too. I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna do something.
You're going to get kicked off. That's what you're going to
I'm
do.
gonna get kicked off because I'm
Man,
reckless.
No,
Your-
just
your
because
skin.
just because you're scared.
Just your skin color.
Man, look, I'm not even on there yet, and they start sending me all these things I couldn't do.
I'm banned
Like
right
it
now.
was like a whole. I started
Oh, yeah.
taking pictures of it. Like they got loopholes you got to jump through now. But I'm gonna stick to the Instagram thing. That's the easiest for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely the easier of the two to navigate through, and also like it's just a lot with TikTok. It is just a lot. Just be prepared to be frustrated.
Great mechanics, just bad admin.
I was trying to say usually. What did I say? As always, I was trying to say usually, but I said as always because I was like, what am I trying to think of? Guys, you don't know
He had a
the
morning.
day I've had.
He had a morning.
It's been a lot, man. It has been a lot.
It's been cool from 1 p.m. on though. Squadcast was very funny today.
Yes, podcast was great.
Man, y'all gotta see that episode. My head was hurting. It was so dumb. I don't know who came up with the idea to do that with topics like that.
It's just kind of always been a thing.
Wow.
That's what I look for.
I hate that I'm behind. I gotta get caught up. It was so funny, ladies and gentlemen. I don't co-sign on anything I don't believe in. I had a great time. So please watch. What's the episode number? Is it a
It's
number?
gonna be next week. It's just
Next
coming
week,
out.
yeah.
Watch
It's
next
coming on
week's
Monday.
episode.
It's coming on
Monday.
It was
Monday.
just dumb and funny. Like you don't. It was
and
CP.
awkward at times. CP was like, I never seen CP speechless ever in life. That was
Yeah.
CP was speechless a couple
Yeah,
times.
that was fun, man. I'm so glad that I got a chance to be a part of that.
it was good times, man.
Yeah.
Well, as always, guys, I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
I'm Arvin Mitchell.
And we'll see you next time on another episode of Damn Internet. You're
It's
scary.
right in the rhythm.